The one thing I regret about hearing the news from director Kohei Ikeda is that I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do have feelers like being put out there for those that do know. So most of this is just going to be me like just reacting and reading people's comments. So this won't be as informative as I would like to. I would like to be, but I do know. But I am like I'm a tourist when it comes. I know that I'm a tourist with Tekken, but let's read the official announcement from him personally. Let's see. Announcement. Announcement. After 20 incredible years, I've left Bandai Namco Studios. Thank you for your support. What does this mean though? What is this again? Like, for all intents and purposes, we recently had the announcement for. That is the question though. Why is Tekken losing all of its major Tekken staff? Because there's what's the name? What I'm thinking because this guy Harada is like made the whole did the whole thing of like he is leading the charge for the current era at the moment, and I know the start of Tekken 8 was great. Season 2 happened and things were weird, and then it got better, kind of, and then we got one of the big shakeups earlier was the let me look it up. Let me look up the video. Let me look up the announcement trailer first, because this whole thing came after the announcements of Yujiro Hanma. Because Yujiro Hanma was like the most recent teaser for the recent package. Yeah. He was the most recent thing. I don't think I'll pull up the video, so it's fine. But announcement. Ever since I first discovered fighting games as a student, I spent countless days in arcades, competitively, completely immersed in competition and battling against others. For someone like me, becoming part of the community I have always admired, Namco, was truly a dream come true. Looking back now, I realize the opportunity that led me there was made possible by the many friendships and connections I built through fighting games and the people I met along the way. As I reflect on the past 1 years at the company, I remember the first stepping into the gaming development through Soul Calibur 4. Okay. I was given the opportunity to work on Tekken series, a franchise that has tremendously impacted my life, and one I had always hoped to someday give back to. Being surrounded by passionate and incredibly talented. I do apologize. I'm not doing this much justice. I'm not doing this enough justice. Dedicating ourselves heartily to game development together remains one of the most cherished experiences of my life. In particular, being entrusted with the role of game director for Tekken 7 and Tekken 8 gave me the opportunity to connect with fans and members of the fighting game community from all around the world. If I remember correctly, like Tekken 7 was I remember like getting into Tekken 7 a bit deeper in 2018, 2020, 2019 for several things, for several reasons. Again, the two same people that I know of, we played a lot of Tekken 7. They tried to teach me how to play Tekken 7 with its like classic controls as much as possible. I didn't do very well personally, but it's definitely rough. I had many sessions where I didn't do very well, but I will say, in funny contrast, in a very like validative contrast, me not doing well in Tekken in fighting games with them translated to me being above average when I played other people. So it's, but then again, that was a long time ago. So I'm really rusty with most fighting games. I do plan on being a part of Marvel Tokon during launch. That's the plan. Again, that's the plan. It's gonna be in August. It's gonna be very fun, and I don't know what to expect, honestly. So I'm very excited for that. But anyways, sharing excitement and celebrating together, spending time, unforgettable moments with all of you became one of the greatest treasures of my life. There were many joyful moments and many difficult ones as well. There were times when we celebrated and times when I received passionate criticisms and encouragement. God. So, yeah, I I do apologize. I think I'll stop reading it because once I will share this. It's easy to look it up. I think I'm doing it. I think I'm doing this poorly. I'm not doing this in good. I'm not doing justice. But what does this mean though? What does this mean? So, my understanding is that he might be going to a different thing. To why? Again, let's just spam. I know this is Pride Month, but also I'm like, please, I. So let's just check things out because I'm a tourist, but I do feel concerned because when you hand off, it's the fear of knowing, it's the fear of not knowing what the other party's gonna do, because with Kohei leaving, what does that mean for the company? What does that mean for the game directions? What does that mean for Harada while he's still there? There's a lot of things that people are concerned about, and I feel for them in regards to like what's going to be happening. But let's see the quotes. If people, because I'm pretty positive if people say something about it, if people are reposting it, they should know a lot more than me, right? Isn't Harada? Wait, oh yeah, no wait, Harada left? I was wrong. Apparently Harada's not directing the game anymore. It's not a game director anymore. It's not of Tekken. Of Tekken 8, he's not a game director of the game anymore. Anyways, it's only been 6 months. So Harada left, and now Kohei, which is interesting. Nakatsu. Yeah, who else? Tekken 8 game director. This follows Tekken series producer Harada leaving at the end of 2025. Yeah, like it's been 6 months since that departure. That is not good. How long has it been since the launch of Tekken 8, not 3, 8 released? Tekken 8 was released during 2024. Okay. It was awarded best fighting game for the best fighting game for Game Award for the best fighting game. I can't read this correctly. For 2025. Okay, so it was what the I'm sorry. Why is reading extremely difficult? Fuck. But yeah, it's been like it's been like almost 2 years now, and Harada and Kohei, Nakatsu, both are both leaving. This I want to know what this means, because because my understanding from post earlier is that Nakatsu was the game director after Harada left, but with Harada leaving now, who is left? Who is of the original team? It's hard to predict if he left because of like things within the game, within the. It's hard to know if he left the company because of creative differences, because it was time, or because of something that we don't have the variables for. 20 years. Yeah, so, okay. 20 years. Just times a huge chapter of Tekken's history. Those who came. Okay. Who's this guy? Who's Niket Dreamer? Okay. Oh, that's his handler. Nakatsu helped write it alongside those who came before and the community that made it after. Grateful for everything you've built and left behind for us to carry forward. From here, the Tekken project moves forward as one, not just. Oh, who's you? Who's you? Multi-titled senior producer, including Tekken. Okay, so he's a coworker. Okay. Grateful for everything you built. See you in the next battle. Jeez Louise. I do realize also that the Japanese are really loud on Twitter as well. When it comes to Nakatsu-san, who has always provided various kinds of support, words of gratitude are all back on the mind. From here on out, I'll keep enjoying with all my might the games that Harada and Nakatsu have created. Interesting. What did this guy say? Wherever he may be, I will continue to support you from here on out. I remember how you greeted me with a smile and at the competition venue. Look forward for the days when we can finally meet again. Okay. So, from this announcement, from the way people talk about him, it sounds like he's very good, a very chill guy. He was extremely passionate about Tekken and fighting games. What's concerning is that for someone so passionate about this genre and this fighting game, and then to be entrusted with the role of game director for the past two titles, this tells me it's more than just. This feels like a conflict of interest between the higher ups and him and his team. So, like, you don't just work on this. You don't just work here for 20 years and say, I'm done. Either something's happening in your health, something better came up, or something in the system keeps you from enjoying your part of it. There's a lot of things that's happening in this, and like I don't have all the details. That's just me making assumptions because of course I'd make assumptions because like what would I know, right? I feel like something bad is happening at Namco. How did I left? He said Tekken would be in safe hands with Nakatsu, but now Nakatsu's leaving. So what does that mean? What does that mean if what does that mean? Safe hands like Soul Calibur. Yeah, Soul Calibur. We have not seen a Soul Calibur game since what is it? 6. Soul Calibur has not been around for a while. Let's just hope someone with passion and the love for Tekken and balancing game mechanics takes over the franchise. Yeah, that's the big thing too, because this is a weird trend for fighting games, because we have the Avatar coming in. We have Marvel ToeCon coming in. We have Dead or Alive announced. We have this shakeup that's happening with Tekken, and then I don't know what's happening with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, but that's a thing. And like, it's hard to know like what's going on with this year, because there's been weird things going on in the fighting game community, especially with the whole like shooty Black Panther controversy. It's more drama. Sorry, it's the drama with Black Panther. Now there's this right after that. It's difficult to know what's what the trajectory of fighting games are going to be, but who's to say? Again, I don't know a whole lot. I wish I did. I'm a tourist. I'll make a follow-up after talking to a few friends that are into the fighting game community, and then just kind of like go from there. Okay, we have dumb suits running a company that don't spare a second thought to their fan base. How did I air about his frustrations in the Soul Calibur 2 post from like 1 or 2 years ago. We're gonna miss Harada's presence. The others wouldn't even dare to appear on the stage like he did. He had flaws? I'm not too aware of that. But again, like it's a weird thing to where, yeah, Nakatsu was left. This game was left in the care of Nakatsu, and now Nakatsu is leaving. That's the biggest thing, though. Is it friction with the higher ups, with the suits? Is it friction with the creative direction, where nothing was being changed, so either he had to change, or he had to leave, he had to be at the change, or he had to leave to change. One of two paths. I don't know. Again, this is the big thing that's been hitting the news, hitting the fan like a truck. And Nakatsu, hopefully you're having a good time. Best of luck, I guess, but I don't know. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. But I want to know. I want to learn more about this, because I'm getting back into the fighting game community. Offline, I've been doing things with Street Fighter. I've been looking into like start playing Tekken 7 again. Just not because people are probably still playing it, but I want to get a feeling of it again. It's to get the feeling of that fighting game experience again. So I'm not going to do well, but I do know I will enjoy it. I liked it before, and I don't know. I don't know. So let me know down below, and then we'll just go from there. Okay?